Welcome back to HQ, where it's a busy week in boxing as well, as a living legend returns to the ring this weekend in Las Vegas. Manny Pacquiao, an 8-division champion and a Hall of Famer, but he's also 46 years old. No matter the age, Pac-Man gets a WBC welterweight title shot against Mario Barrios at the MGM Grand Saturday. Let's go to the man who will be there, have the call, and enjoy it all. Brian Campbell back here with us for some boxing news and notes now. Why is Manny Pacquiao returning again, BC?
Look, I mean, you can always say money when an aging fighter who's retired, and Manny has for nearly 5 years, decides to come back. But I really do believe it's about the love of the sport. Look, boxing took Manny from being nearly homeless on the streets of General Santos City in the Philippines, selling stolen cigarettes as a teen, to worldwide fame, 8-division champion status, and oh, by the way, a Hall of Fame induction last month. But I always knew he would linger and be around. I didn't think it would take nearly 5 years. Him coming back is because he loves this game so much. Bottom line, the real question comes down to whether is this a really bad idea at the age of 46, 4.5 years removed from his last fight, which was a fairly clean loss to Yordenis Ugas. Manny's been singing the lyrics to Forever Young every time the camera's been on him. He's really going to have to go out there and prove that on Saturday night.
Yeah, that Forever Young track on Instagram is popular for some time jumps. When someone's like 21 and then they turn 46, he's going to have to try to channel that 21 or 25-year-old more than the 46. So then the natural follow-up, BC, is how is the fight going to go and who do you like in the fight?
It's interesting. Look, Manny's saying the right things leading up to it. He also picked the right opponent in the 30-year-old Mario Barrios, who, while a very legit fighter, has been so up and down in his career. In fact, his last fight on the undercard of the Jake Paul-Mike Tyson fight, a title defense against journeyman Abel Ramos, Barrios got rocked late and nearly lost that fight. It turned out to be a draw. He is the right fighter to try to cherry pick in this idea to get the championship. And oh, by the way, if Manny does win, he's already talking about rematching Floyd Mayweather. He's got to get through Barrios first, though. He's saying the right things from the standpoint of his hunger is there. He believes his mind and his body have rested from the 4.5 years off. And remember, Manny turned pro at age 16. 30 years ago, the same year that Mario Barrios was born, by the way. And the thing about Manny's most recent appearances, the loss to Ugas 4.5 years ago, he claims he had some calf injuries leading up to there. He cramped up early in the fight. He also was distracted by his eventual run for president in the Philippines. He had lawsuits against him. It wasn't the best Manny. We also saw him in an exhibition fight last year against a kickboxer in which he was out of shape and didn't look good. But when Manny is in that perfect shape, like we saw in 2019 at age 40 when he upset unbeaten Keith Thurman to become the oldest welterweight champion, he is a different person. If anybody can do this, the one-of-one alien Manny Pacquiao could is the question. But will he? He's going to have to prove over 12 rounds against a taller, longer, younger action fighter that he has the stamina to not get hurt, not get finished, and have a shot at doing the impossible. Does he have a shot? Sure. And the betting odds are getting closer due to all of his fans coming out of the woodwork to bet him into this. The question is, though, it's going to be how good a shape can he get into? We've seen him fall out of it before. His loss to Jeff Horn in Australia in 2018, we found out he wasn't in great shape ahead of that one either. No stone left unturned for this one. He looks the part. He's got to act it on Saturday night. I still like Barrios. I still like him to win over the distance. But can Manny do this? All of the ex-fighters I talk to say, yes, he can, because the right opponent will be across from him on Saturday.
All right, all goes down to MGM Grand, which, by the way, you told me off-air matches Floyd for the most appearances in that building. It'll be fun to watch this weekend, as you will get to see firsthand. All right, let's end with the heavyweight champ in terms of Oleksandr Usyk here. Is he still kind of getting the respect that he deserves from fight fans? And what do you make of his fight this weekend?
I don't think he does. He's 24-0. He was the undisputed champion at cruiserweight, the undisputed champion at heavyweight, first time for each in the four-belt era, an Olympic gold medalist. Yet people are still kind of doubting him. And at 38 years old, yes, he's a sizable betting favorite, but we expect a much tougher fight in this rematch against IBF title holder Daniel Dubois. Even though Usyk knocked a tired Dubois out with a jab in 2023, that fight was interesting because of a body shot that was ultimately ruled low that knocked Usyk down and left him wincing on the canvas. Dubois took that loss and recharged himself. He captured the title last year. He scored a brutal knockout of Anthony Joshua in this same stadium in London at Wembley Stadium. This Saturday, they're expecting upwards of 96,000. And Dubois has a new mindset. He's 6'5". He's a knockout puncher. He's a destroyer. The problem is, though, the guys he's been walking through, even Anthony Joshua, they don't have what Usyk has, and Usyk still has it at 38. The best footwork I've ever seen for a heavyweight, incredible defense. He's also the smartest and most accurate puncher this division has seen maybe since the days of Muhammad Ali, and I know that sounds preposterous. I think when it's all said and done, especially if he retires undefeated, Usyk's resume will age like a fine wine. You're already starting to hear some of the longtime experts saying, I think he'd do well against anybody historically in this division. He's got to pass the Dubois test a second time. He's favored to do so. I think he gets it done over 12 rounds.
Great stuff as always, BC. Safe travels, and pack that shirt. Looks like the casino floor of the Bellagio, my guy. I love you. Just wear it on the plane. Who cares? Don't even pack it. Thanks to BC, as always. A reminder about HQ. Hit every highlight. He is your post-fight guy when it comes to UFC, boxing, all things combat sports.